What's going on, guys? Highly touted quarterback Cameron Ward. Cameron Ward deciding that he's going to attend the University of Washington State. You know, Lane Kiffin just keeps swinging and missing. You know, Lane Kiffin loses Jeff Lebby, loses that identity of that hurry-up offense that is stemming from the Art Briles tree, and they were in on Cam Ward, and Cam Ward decides to go with his former coach, Eric Morris. And for Jake Dickert, this is masterful. What a masterful hire of Eric Morris. And now you get potentially, you know, a Trey Lancian kind of story of a guy that played option football out in Texas, a guy that was very under-recruited, and you end up getting a gem in Cameron Ward, a guy that is considered, you know, a quarterback that potentially could be one of the best players now in the Pac-12. You get Cameron Ward. This is a sensational move for Washington State football. It puts them back on the map. It gives them a quarterback, you know, that they've been looking for since Luke Falk and, of course, Gardner Minshew. So honestly, Dickert has had very interesting hires. He's younger. The team, I think, won the bowl game or won the Apple Cup, cementing. And of course, he came into it with a difficult situation with the coach Rolovich in his second year being let go due to virus protocols. So, you know, Nick Rolovich, you know, the pandemic and just, you know, some disagreements with, you know, the people and the state. So it's been a tough situation for Dickert to navigate, but he's done a really nice job. And for Cougar fans out there, I cannot wait to watch their games now with a guy like Cameron Ward out there, a guy who's like 6'4", can move around, can make all the throws. He potentially has a high NFL ceiling. Like, this is one of the biggest recruits that Washington State's ever gotten, because if this kid ends up being a first-round pick, it could be unbelievable. Now, you could say, oh, just because he makes Mahomesian throws and just because he throws off platform, he still played FCS football, and the transition is still going to be a transition. So, but I looked at what Bailey Zappi did coming from that exact same conference, I believe, down in Texas. And I know that he did it in Conference USA, but the Pac-12 with Cameron Ward, I just think that this guy is still such a talent. Now, what they do at receiver will be interesting, obviously. We got to look at their roster. But just in terms of the talent of Cameron Ward, I mean, if he would have went to Mississippi, you know, I think that this kid is a lights out, great player. He would have been I think he's maybe the top recruit on the board in the transfer portal. That's how good Cameron Ward can be. I watched his tape. This kid could be an NFL starter, and you're getting him in Pullman, Washington, and credit to him. You know, Ole Miss had a lot of things to offer, but he rewards loyalty and his relationship with Coach Morris, his coach at Incarnate Wood, now being the OC there. It's just a lot. It's just congruent, and everything's in a straight line, and he's going to know what to expect. He's going to be able to teach the younger guys the offense, and it's just a great start for Washington State, because kind of like with I know that Zach Kitley's not there anymore, but Bailey Zappi was able to teach everybody the offense. So Cameron Ward's going to be able to teach the wide receivers every little intricacy of Eric Morris's offense. So the Cougars can possibly take a huge jump under Jake Dickert in this first year. A fascinating development, and one of the biggest recruits that Washington State has probably ever gotten at the quarterback position.